First off, I would like to say something that I've never said before, and that is, this is my wife. This is my wife, and wow, you look incredible.
How lucky am I to stand here in front of all these amazing people and proudly say that you chose me, that you waited for me.
Without a doubt, your best quality though is your loyalty. You haven't taken your eyes off me since we met, and I couldn't ask for anything more.
Stevie, my D, it's been a magical, colourful, wouldn't change it for the world, spontaneous and courageous ride. It's going to be hard to top what we've already done, don't get me wrong. But somehow I think our biggest whirlwind adventure has just begun.
To Annie, of course you all know now that Annie set us up, so today wouldn't be today without you, Annie. But you know what, I kept that email you sent me from 10 years ago. I somehow knew that I'd use it in the future, and well, this should be good. It read, "Hi Steve-O. So, see pics attached and see if you are interested." Her name is Chanel. She is 25 years old, recently single, not looking for a relationship. Wow. Just some fun and to get some dating experience, you know, so to speak. Let me know if you're keen. Well, I was keen.
I think I speak for both of us when I say how absolutely overwhelmed with love we are both feeling right now. We've spoken to other married couples and they told us how incredible this day would be, but I didn't think it would be this powerful. Truly, from the bottom of our hearts, thank you for making the journey out to this part of the world to celebrate our love with us.
So, Steve-O and I first met about 25 years ago on the fields at Kepps, on the cricket fields. And I actually had a chat last night with Jane about this. Turns out it was pretty much a pre-arranged friendship, all organised by our mothers. So I haven't included anything embarrassing here, as we've still got the speeches to come, as well as Steve's lawnmower dance. So from watching Steve on the fields at Kepps for about 2 hours batting, scoring about 6 runs, to late nights that became early mornings, walking about 15 kilometers down the coastline to get home, hiking through the snowy mountains in Germany, swimming in frozen lakes in Austria, cycling with the peloton in Copenhagen, to riding scooters in Croatia wearing women's tops. Don't ask. We've had some pretty amazing adventures over the years, and here's to many more, my boy.
So just quickly from me, Steve and I first crossed paths in our preschool sandpit when we were 3 years old. 30 years later, with our ups and downs in our relationship, I'm finally ready to give Steve up. So Chanel, he's all yours.
Thank you.
You know, there comes a time in every person's life when they meet their one true love, their soulmate, their destiny, the person who will know and understand them for the rest of their life. That moment came for Stevie 33 years ago, the day he came into this world and met Tom and I.
But I think it's important that we remind you that you owe Nick and myself big time. Most of you won't know this, but Nick and I have saved Steve's life on numerous occasions. More than is natural.
Now, Stevie, they all relate to water, and I'm not too sure if these water hazards were not seen by Mum and Dad, or maybe they were placed there strategically, as Stevie was unplanned. But Stevie, don't worry, we had your back each time. As far as I can tell, you probably asked 5.5 times. What? The half time is the one where we didn't quite realise there was any water in the little plunge pool. Hence, maybe why you're a bit shorter than us.
So Steve, in his early years, talking about the golf course, he did actually have some real talent. So in school golf, him and I actually beat Anton Haig. That's European Tour winner, Anton Haig. We went undefeated in 12 matches in 2003. Steve got a team blazer, which is half colours. I didn't. And, you know, it's fine. He was happy. I didn't worry about it. All that really happened is I just resented him bitterly to this day. To see what you've achieved, it's incredible. You know, you went around the world, I didn't, and you know, it was fine. Like, you were happy, I was happy for you. You know, it was fun. It didn't bother me. All that really happened is I just resented you bitterly to this day. Only joking. What I actually feel is love, joy, pride, happiness, admiration. You found someone who's incredible, Chanel. Someone who pushes you, inspires you, and the rest of us. Challenges you to be better. And what you have is a beautiful thing. And she just happens to look like that. So this friendship really, when I think about it, is a combination of, you know, cheap liquor, crazy escapades and stories, and the kind of advice you get at the end of Jerry Springer show. But anyway, go forth out into the world. Carry on doing what you guys are doing. But just know that I'll always be there by your side waiting for the next adventure or the next harebrained scheme. And if we happen to win a few phones along the way again, you know, I'm all in for that. But I love you guys. Love you, Chanel.
Today wouldn't have been possible without a few special people who have helped in so many ways. My parents, who sadly weren't able to make it today. I owe them everything and can't wait to FaceTime them just now. Herman and Jane, I have cherished your love and support over the past 10 years. You have raised 3 incredible men, and I'm so glad I got to snap up the best one. Thank you for everything. I'm so happy I get to call you Mum and Dad from now on. Romana, du bist unsere dritte Mutter und wir sind sehr glücklich und dankbar, dich in unserem Leben zu haben. Es bedeutet uns unendlich viel, dass du heute hier kannst sein und wir hoffen, dass dir heute Abend der Weinclub Platz gefällt. Annie, my beautiful friend, thank you firstly for setting Steve and me up on that blind date 10 years ago. You did good. We can't imagine a more suited officiant. So thank you for the ceremony today and for being here with us. Joe, my Joe, from throwing us a mini engagement party in Croatia and searching for archers with me to ensuring I got some beauty sleep last night. You've been the most amazing friend and I'm so lucky to have you. Thank you for being the best. My other girls, Jade and Taryn, thank you for looking so hot up there today. You both hold special places in my heart, and I was thrilled that you were able to share in this day with me. All the other girls that joined me on Thursday, thank you for the best hangover I've ever had. My kidneys were still sore yesterday, so thanks for that. Ryan, Ant, and Drew, thanks for looking after my husband before he was my husband. I know he loves you and I love you all, and we're both so happy that you were able to play such big parts during this special time. Joshi, Ava, Felix, you guys rocked the aisle today. I'm a very proud aunt and I'm so happy you're here celebrating with us. Now on to my husband. The man with the biggest heart, the most gorgeous eyes, my handsome, kind, creative, funny, always puts family first no matter what, nature-loving, coffee-brewing and beer-drinking bird call specialist. How lucky am I to stand here in front of all these amazing people and proudly say that you chose me. If there's one thing travel has taught us both, is that nothing is certain. You need to adapt, figure things out along the way, and be flexible, because things, more often than not, change and test you and work themselves out in a completely different way to what you originally thought. And the truth is, today we don't know what lies ahead, which country or countries we'll decide to settle in, how many little Steve and Chanels we'll have, what work and passions we'll pursue, what silly little family traditions we'll create over the course of our lives together, and what breed of dog we'll finally agree on in the end. But as daunting as the unknown can be, just as it was 10 years ago when we went on our blind date, and 5 years ago when we first left to see how far from home we'd get, it's also one of the most exciting things that we'll get to do all the adapting, figuring out, and being flexible together, us versus the world, hand in hand, as husband and wife. So my toast, Stevie, may our love be modern enough to survive the times and old-fashioned enough to last forever. I love you.
Nick? Where's Nick? He's there, okay. You've always been a positive energy in my life, and you've shown me the ropes more than once, especially in fly fishing, though I'm bringing my A game in the Berg later. I apologize to both you and Tom for all the times I threw my cricket bat at your heads. That was just anger management back in the day. Tom, I hate to say this because I don't want to give you a big head, but I've always looked up to you in the creative space, and you've inspired me in many more ways than you think. You've inspired me to get into advertising as well as photography at a young age, so thank you for that. It's wonderful to see how both of you have taken so naturally to the role of being fathers. On that note, well done to Joshi. Thank you for looking after the ring. Joshi. You did such a good job. Well done to, of course, Ava and Felix. You two were also amazing. And, of course, Rach and Nikki, you two look lovely today. So thank you for keeping all the troops in order and for making it down that windy beach hill. To Ant, my boy. What can I say about Ant other than you have great hair? As you said earlier, because it's tough, it's actually tough saying the last speech because a lot of guys have said the same stuff, but we share same memories. But we practically got set up by our moms who were working at the tuck shop, and we haven't looked back ever since. I remember the first conversation we had, and it was about garden cricket. And I was like, garden cricket is the best. Let's be BFFs. This is awesome. And our friendship began there. One of my best memories also was jumping on your bed to Marilyn Manson, which I stole from you, Nick. And we were trying to headbang. And I pulled a muscle in my neck, but that's beside the point. You're a real salt of the earth guy. You're down to earth, and it's been really awesome meeting up with you all over the world over these past few years. It means more to me than you think, and I appreciate all the effort you went into to coming to join us on our travels. So here's to another beer at Augustina Brau sometime soon. Cheers. To Ryan, as you said as well, we met in the Sandpit circa 1990. Sure. Those early days of our relationship were a real event. From playing with knives we stole from the kitchen to setting things alight with matches we really should not have had. There's one story that I tell people all over the world when I meet them, and that is about the infamous lion encounter we had whilst camping in the Kruger. I gave you crap the whole week about being too scared to leave the tent to take a pee. And at one stage, I think you even peed over me just because you're too scared to get outside the tent. And I was like, Ryan, nothing's going to happen. It's all good. It's chilled. Like, we've been here for 4 days already. Nothing's going to happen. The lions, they don't come here. Anyways, they did. One early morning, they came. I'm not sure how we survived that evening. You slept through most of it, thank goodness. But the lions were very close to killing us, and this is a story I will never forget. So, yeah, wow. You have a real talent to make people laugh, and I appreciate the effort you put in to stay in touch, whether it's a random FaceTime call or an up-to message. You're my oldest mate, and thank you for sticking by for so long. It's a feat that should not go unnoticed. So in Maori, I'd like to say, kia mihi. I think you know what that means. Andrew. Where's Andrew? All right. Thanks for the few words you said earlier. Some of those stories I'd forgotten, but amazing. I think I'd blocked most of them out, but yeah. And thank you for organizing the bachelor party with the guys. I mean, Thursday was a big night, and we all had a good time. Like you said, we all have different stories on how we met, which you told, but our relationship blossomed around the time of your famous house parties at Fort Nigel. We had some great times at that house and some good times on the golf course, as you discussed, like our unbeaten season of 2002, which goes down as the pinnacle of my golfing career. Living so close to you in high school really made it easy for us to get up to no good on a frequent basis. At one stage, word on the street was that Andrew Martin could create a fake ID for anyone who paid him a small fee. When supply and demand got too high, he called me in, and it became a thriving business. You always seem to fill a room with energy and laughter like you did tonight, so never let that stop. I want to thank you for your close friendship over the years. It means the world to me. Cheers, bud. To Romana, excuse my German, everyone, but danke fürs Fliegen aus Österreich, heute hier zu sein. Ich bin dir für alles, was du für mich getan hast und endlich dankbar. Wir lieben es, dich zu besuchen und dein Haus ist ein ganz besonderer Ort für uns. Ich liebe dich. To Mum and Dad, wow. I'm sure everyone can agree that you both created an exceptional son, so congratulations. Dad, on a serious note, you worked exceptionally hard to allow me to have everything I ever needed. Mostly expensive golf clubs, and of course a chance to study. But the one thing I take with me no matter where I go is your work ethic and your positive mindset. And I really do take that wherever I go, so thank you. Mum, all the effort and love that you showed me growing up shaped me into the person that I am today. Raising 3 boys could not have been easy, but you tirelessly pushed us to explore our interests and allowed us to dream. So from the bottom of my heart, I want to thank both of you, and I love you so, so much. To Chanel's parents, who unfortunately couldn't make the trip down from Poland, you raised an incredible woman, and she is in safe hands now, I promise. So on that note, Chanel, I don't have another one. Will you accept this rose? It's extremely difficult to sum up what you mean to me in a few minutes. That night we met, I knew my life would be different, but you flipped it upside down in a good way and made me follow you around the world, but I've loved every moment of it. We've been through some really testing times, like sleeping at train stations, losing tickets and missing flights, and that was all on the first trip with the boys back in 2011. Since then, it's been incredible to see how adaptable you are. No matter what the situation, you never crack, you just shrug it off and keep on going. Without a doubt, your best quality, though, is your loyalty. You haven't taken your eyes off me since we met, and I couldn't ask for anything more. And I'm extremely blessed to have you in my life. This wedding would not have happened if it wasn't for you. Going in today, I asked my mum and dad about some advice for a successful marriage. They said never go to bed upset, just like Nick said, with each other. So that's why I'm going to keep a cupcake in my bedside table from now on, just for you, of course. And can we just talk about that dance for a second? Wow, sure, you threw me in the deep end with that one. I mean, the samba. I was always good at freestyling in the club back in the day, you know, doing the sprinkler, the lawnmower TM. Yeah. But 12 classes of samba was intense. But we did it, I think. I still need to see the footage. I think I missed a few steps, but who cares? Our dance instructor said that at times we looked like we were on 2 different planets, which was quite amusing. But you know what? I think that's one of our strengths. When one of us is panicking, the other one is calm. Our different approach to certain things means we can tackle any situation life throws at us, and I honestly believe that. You push me when I need it. You make me smile when I feel down. You've shown me so much love. You've shown so much love to my family and friends. And you fit right in. You are always so positive and your smile is infectious. You know me like nobody else knows me. And yes, it took a while to get in the shell, but I appreciate all the love you have given me. You may be one of the clumsiest people I know, but I wouldn't have it any other way. I'm here to guide you when you can't see and to hold you back when you want to run down the stairs to a 60% off jewelry sale. True story. I promise to navigate this life with you no matter what it brings. You look incredible tonight, and I actually cannot believe you are mine. I can't wait to start a family with you, especially the furry kind. I love you so much.